All right, here we are. We back. That's right. Wait till a few more people come up in here. And we'll kick this here off. Super Mieta Brothers, B Blue Bell, Corey Nesbitt, Frisco Strangler, John McHugh, Shane Markwell, Fishing Up a Storm, Robert Seymour, Carla Tab, Pancho, Brown Placa. What is cracking, everybody? Hot bowl of chili from J.L. Burkholder. What is up with all of yous right now? What's up, Ron B? Sephardic one. Hold on, let me answer this text real quick. All right. So good to see all my fellow favorite and diehard PBR car. What's up, X Claw X? Thank you for that $2.99. What's up, my man? What are you doing tonight? As you can see, I got my internet back. Took some doing, it took some waiting and some patience, but my internet is back. Don't know how much longer I'm going to be in this house. What's up, sports fan? What's cracking? Steel Hall in DC. Much love to the whole PBR car. Don't know how much longer I'm going to be in this house right here. And that's what I'm going to be talking to all yous about. First off, I wanted to say thank you for all the loans that everybody shot my way so that I can stay up in these momos and these ho-hos so that my bank records don't look all fucking weird and erratic when these lenders are looking at it, looking to approve me for a mortgage right now. And I'm going to talk to you all about this whole mortgage situation that I've been going through. I got to tell you, for any of you homeowners out there, you know what I'm talking about. And for those of you that have never bought a home before, you might want to pay attention to some of this right here because it could save you your life and it could possibly prevent you from losing any money in the process. Ron B, thank you for the $1.99. Loved your election circus video. Much love. Yeah, I got some more stuff coming you guys' way. I'm going to talk to you a lot about this downtime that I've had. Well, a little bit of downtime I've had because I've been working my fucking balls off like a good 10, 12 hours a day. And my buddy Chris Hayes on here, he can attest to that. You know what I mean? Because we work together. And when we work long fucking hours. And it doesn't seem like it'll ever stop, but it eventually does. And by that time, I'm so exhausted and so worn out that all I want to do is die, pretty much. And it takes me a while to get up and get my back cranked up. You know, I got to put some oil on the joints and just gets going. So anyways, I'm going to explain to you in detail why I haven't started the closing process on this house that I was looking at, as I told you guys that I was going to, because I got fooled. Okay, I got fooled by the optics. I got fooled by the optics, everybody. That's all I can tell you. All right, you see the pictures. The home looks beautiful. It's all fresh paint, brand new wood floors, brand new ceramic tile. It's got a beautiful washer and dryer, beautiful refrigerator. The stove is brand new. All these things are going on. You would think that it was too good to be true, right? Well, guess what? It was definitely too good to be true. There was a lot going on under the surface of this place that would make anybody with a brain and a lick of 2 cents to just get up out of there. But now here's the catch. Here's how a lot of people get fucked, right? But your boy JD didn't get fucked. You want to know why? Because the whole time that I've been doing time and the whole time that I've been on this journey for change, I did the work. I did the work. You know what I mean? I did the research and I learned how to read contracts. I knew that if I'm putting $90,000 to $110,000 on the line, I got to be smart, or else I'm going to be stuck in a fucking money pit that'll probably end up getting sucked into the earth like something on Poltergeist. If you ever seen the old movie Poltergeist, when you watch that house get sucked right in, that's pretty much what was getting ready to fix and to happen to this place right here. Okay? So I didn't know. I'm not a home inspector. I don't have any kind of credentials or certifications, or wouldn't even know the first thing on what to look for in doing a home inspector. But the guy that I hired did. And I'd have to say that he was probably one of the best. NBC user, thank you for the $3.99. How you doing as well? He was probably one of the best I've ever seen. You know, he did his due diligence. He did his job. He went through that place with a fine-tooth comb. And he said that the minute he stepped foot in that house, he knew right off the bat that the house was sinking. So he figured, since it wasn't on a slab, it was raised up, it had a crawl space underneath, that more than likely it was a foundation problem. He suspected that could have been either number one, flooding under the house, or number two, termites. So yeah. So he's seen that. He tries to go up into the attic. He couldn't get access to the attic, but what he did find up there in the attic, along the walls, along the roof, was a great deal of mold. Now, as you guys know, I'm dealing with quite a bit of a mold problem here. Okay? It's the reason why you see the PBR studio behind you over here that is uninhabited at this point. I will not set up shop in there at all. Shit's just falling off the roof. There's something creeping up the backside of the wall. It's just no bueno. What's up, Rita? So here's the deal. You would think with all that emotion and all that stress and everything that is going on, that I would be pushed into just getting a new house. You know, I don't care. Just get me out of this place. Get me out of this place. It's one of these things that if you think about it, right? People jump on the first deal when they're going to court because they don't want to be in the county jail anymore. Okay, same thing. And then I started to use my old criminal mind for the positive, for the good. And I thought, wait a minute. Now, if I was sitting in a courtroom right now, what would be worse? The outcome of not being patient and letting the investigator and the public defender or the lawyer or whoever do their due diligence and try to find out all the facts and file some motions and see maybe if I can get out of this thing? What's up, Dubs? Or should I or should I just sign the deal now so I can get out of the county? You have to be patient and you have to be strong in all of these things. So here's the thing. When I signed for this contract, for this agreement to purchase the house, I placed my offer. As you guys know, if you bought a house, you know the process. I gave them my offer. The seller accepted the offer. So now we went into contract. However, I put a clause in there that said that this is a contingency basis, that I can withdraw at any time pending a negative home inspection of asbestos, lead paint detection investigation that comes out. I can back out with those things going on. All right. Well, this dude found a whole lot more than just that. I mean, let's not forget the fact that this guy, he's a trained investigator. He's a retired police officer, and he couldn't even find the water heater because it was in a place that you would never look in a million years. You know what I'm saying? These people had a water heater that was buried in a closet, a bedroom closet, with shoes and clothes and hangers and cowboy hats and fucking belts and everything hanging all over it. That's why you couldn't see it. It was piled. This dude had his shit piled in there on top of the water heater. And it's a gas water heater at that. All right? They finally found the water heater, and it looked like that there was some foundation problems around the floor where it was supporting the water heater itself. So at some point in time, it's going to end up in the mud underneath the house with the rest of the house. Not only that, but there's a circuit breaker box that's in this house. I think it's called a Simco or a Jimco, Wimco model or something like that. You're not supposed to have those on any homes, and they've all been recalled. They are known for blowing up and burning houses down and killing people. So you're supposed to have like a Solvana or something like that. You're not supposed to have this particular brand. So that was the one thing he said that needs to be replaced, and that's about upward of about a $2,000 bill to get that done. Inside the house, there was an exposed, what looked to be an old circuit breaker with wires all shooting and waving everywhere, just waiting to touch something and just pop a spark. That was all bad. And the one thing that I checked for, because as you know, dealing with the leakage in my office back here, is I wanted to know, is there any problems with the roof? Is there going to be water dripping down on me or my stuff at any time when it starts to rain? Lo and behold, he found a leaking roof. He found a problem with the roof. Now, this house has an old chimney that sits on top of it, and the chimney top is wide open. So all the rainwater just pours down into there and goes God knows where, and it'll end up coming out somewhere else. There's no ducts that go along the house to let the water run off. There's none of that. And if you go under the house, he had a little rover robot that nobody would have expected that a inspector would have, because most inspectors just go in there with the flashlight and that's it. This dude sent a robot up under the house. And that robot found that there was a toilet that was about ready to fall through into the crawl space itself. So basically, when I get up in the morning to take my morning glory, the first flush, I'm going with it right down into the mud. Not looking to get to explore that fun and exciting time. You know what I mean? Okay, Jay. Tell her I send my love. So, and I bet you Cellar Life, he could tell you what kind of a circuit breaker box that is that I'm talking about that's actually been recalled and banned. Maybe he could put that in there. Wino. Maybe he could put it in there. But there all kinds of things going wrong with this house. So I told my real estate agent to submit the home inspector's findings and submit a request from the buyer to fix all that shit, jack the house back up, put some piers on there, put a fan up against the gable vents that's in the attic so that all that moisture has a chance to escape. Do all that stuff, get it all fixed, and we'll have another inspection go through there, and we will determine if we're going to move forward. Well, the lady in this deal, of which I believe wears the pants, the lady in this deal, turned around and said, oh, well, we don't want to leave the washer and dryer. We don't want to leave the electric fireplace. I didn't know that was part of the stipulation, even though it's written right into the contract, okay? And then she tries to say, we'll give him $3,000 if he signs the deal and he can fix it himself, because if we fix it, he might not like it. So she wants me to accept $3,000 to take care of about $18,000 to $25,000 in damage. Yeah. Sorry, not going to do that. So I'm pretty much withdrawing from that deal, and I got to tell you today, which is the reason why I didn't drop a video today. Today, I not only got my hair all nice and done did, I cleaned out my car that I was living in because I've been eating fast food for about 2 weeks and a half from now or so. Because even since the power came back on, refrigerator ain't working correctly. So I've been eating all of this fast food and shit, you know what I mean? So what's been happening with me is I've been extremely busy with work and trying to find a new place, a new home for me and this cat and the PBR studio. So I looked at a condominium today. Wasn't really much on getting a condo. It would really depend on the environment, the layout, how nice it is in there, what kind of people live in the area, all that stuff. Because if you got a bunch of people that don't own their condominiums and they're just leasing it or renting it from the owner, you got a lot of fucking obnoxious people that are going to just be ruining your day and your night all the time. Yeah, and that's another one, Seamus Donahue. Homeowners associations are a pain in the ass. But this place that I found so far seems pretty good. It's quiet. It was so quiet I can hear my heartbeat. There's a small room that I was just picturing it in my mind of what the PBR studio is going to look like inside of there. Brown Blanca, I wish there was something else I can do, but unfortunately, too many people in this town are overpricing their homes. You can look and see that they purchased their home for like $50,000 5 years ago. Now they're trying to sell it for $200,000. I will, Dubs. I'll check that out. But yeah, I get it. I get it with the Homeowners Association. But at the same time, it's not that bad. You know, I read some of their stuff. I read some, my realtor sent me some stuff about their rules and all that. They're pretty, they're pretty laid back. But I got to tell you that you look, Mike McDonald saying everyone is leaving California. People are leaving California and New York, and they're coming to places like Oklahoma. They're going to places like Texas and Wyoming. They're taking their political viewpoints and their ideals with them, and they're jacking all the prices of everything up over here. So a home that somebody bought 5 years ago for $60,000 is now worth $200,000 to some of these people. And mind you, these houses aren't in the best of shape. You know, if you're buying a home for $100,000, it's not in the greatest shape in the world. But this condo, it took some self-convincing to do, but I think that it can work out. I think that it's going to work out. There you go, Jojo. AZ, Zinsko. That's the meter right there. And if Wino is still on here, maybe he can tell us all about those, because I'm sure he knows about them. Am I drinking a cold one? I'm drinking a cold Coca-Cola. Yeah, condos, let me tell you something about Daniel McMaster. I am pretty much taking my time. But we're looking, I'm looking at other houses as well. You know, I'm looking at other houses. You got some other stuff going on, but I got to tell you guys, I got all my shit. Yeah, Tyler, I believe that. January, February, the housing market is probably going to collapse. You know, and it's probably going to take till probably January, February to get all this figured out. I got approval from a lender until the end of January. I mean, the end of February. So, yeah. But yeah, basically what I'm telling you guys is that yeah, John, I hear you on that. Honestly, I believe that the new government that's going to come into power is going to jack the interest rates through the fucking ceiling. So right now might be a good time to buy something. I remember once upon a time I was looking to buy a home. This was back in the days of Barack Obama, when I was out for a little while. And the interest rates were fucking ridiculous at that time. I got a much better interest rate right now. I don't know if it has anything to do with politics or not. I just know the interest rate's pretty good. What's good, Born Supreme? Just letting all my PBR car right here know that I am back. I know you had some of these trolls that are out here thought that I was gone. Some of these trolls that thought that I was never going to come back. But look, even now, after all this time, we still have Wessy Sissies and Savvy Sassies in here. I got to tell you, addiction is really a bad thing. Really a bad thing. So yeah, right here is the temporary PBR studio in my kitchen. As you can see, I'll spin this around. I'll show you. This is my kitchen right here. And this is where I'm going to be dropping some videos tomorrow. Fish Slayer SoCal, thank you for the $4.99. Thanks for the content. You got it, my brother. I'm here for you guys, man. I love you guys to death. Yeah, I know homeowners associations are not regulated. I get that. You know what I mean? I get that. Hold on. Let me get rid of this Wessy Sissy right here. All right, there we go. Smells a lot better in here now. You know what? Speaking of optical illusions and Wes, that's the one point that I made to Cheryl, B Blue Bell, that this house that I went and seen, okay, it had all the optics of a beautiful home. Anybody that's seen the pictures of this place would tell you that it was nice. You know what I mean? Anybody that's seen it will tell you that it was nice. It looked the part, you know? Fresh paint, solid wood floors, ceramic, all that fun stuff. Brand new stove, all that good shit. Guess what? Turns out it was all bullshit. You know, kind of like a big buff steroid fucking weirdo that puts a bunch of tattoos on him that he doesn't even really know what half of them means. Talks a good game and deceives everybody. So this is one of those things that I try to tell all of you about in dealing with the optical illusion, right? And you have to be careful. You have to be careful of these optical illusions, people. This is what I've been telling you. No, wino. They didn't get me into a money pit. They tried. But I had my contract on my side of the street, set up to where I can't get fucked. So right now I'm just waiting on the title company to reimburse me my $1,000 deposit. But yeah, I just thought I would share that with you, you know what I mean? Houses, cars, people, they all put on this optical illusion just to fool all of yous. You know what I mean? What I'm saying, can you imagine if one of these people that everybody just swoons over, that a bunch of people swoon over and think that they're this big, bad, tough convict, right? Let's say he's on one of his videos and he's selling that house that I almost got sucked into. You know how many of these fucking jackwagons would have bought that house without a home inspection just because he said he fucking gave it his fuck yeah, brother, give it my fucking thumbs up. You're a man boobs punk bitch if you don't buy that house. You know how many people would be over there trying to buy that house with no home inspection. They'd either go to work and come home and it would be fucking burnt to the ground because of that Zinsco circuit box, or their animals or their children or their wives would all be dead from carbon monoxide poisoning, or the house would be sitting in the fucking mud. Be half sitting in the mud and half up like the fucking Titanic with no lifeboats. People get sucked into this shit all the time. I tell people the same thing with when you purchase a vehicle. You guys have heard me say this before. For some of yous out there that are rocking with me, that are over here in Oklahoma City, we'll tell you, how many times have you seen a guy driving down the street with a paper tag for a license plate that's outdated by about 9 months to a year? 9 months to a year. Why have you not registered that vehicle? And why are you surprised when you get pulled over by the cops and they take your shit and impound it? You know what I mean? Why are you surprised? Your tag is outdated by 9 fucking months, guy. You know what I mean? You ever stop for a second to think that maybe you should pay that son of a bitch, go down there and pay it? And just maybe you would still have a car and you wouldn't be on the bus right now, or with your finger out, or Ubering, taking a lift all over the place. This is what I tell people. If you're going to go to a dealership and those people are frothing at the mouth, they're drooling, they're rubbing their hands together because they just got them a new sucker to get locked into a 5-year or 6-year contract, you must tell them to include the cost of your first initial registration on that vehicle, or else you're going to be driving down the road for 30 days. You're going to go over to the tag agency or the DMV. You're going to tell them you want to register your vehicle, and they're going to tell you it's $1,500 or $1,200 or $1,100 or $700, whatever it is, some astronomical out the fucking roof amount of cash that the government is sticking a gun to your head and strong-arming you to pay so that you could drive a vehicle that you purchased with your hard-earned money. Because, you know, this government that we got, they got to get their cut. They have to get their piece of the action, right? So they're telling you, you want to drive that car on our streets? You got to pay our tax. You know what I mean? You got to pay our tax, or you ain't driving on the street. Now somebody's like, oh my God, I can't afford that. How come they didn't tell me the dealership? Because they're not going to tell you that. You have to request that shit. You know, these fucking weenies out here, man, they talk a good one, man, but they don't give you any kind of advice that's feasible, or they don't give you any kind of advice that's really beneficial. It's just a whole lot of fucking, oh man, think positive, do positive, think positive. It doesn't work that way. Life is all about chance and luck. Basically, that's what it is. You either have good luck one day and bad luck the next, or you have good luck both days and bad luck the next week. It's the way life works. You can think positive, you can think negative. It doesn't really matter, because shit's going to happen no matter how you think about the situation. I got to tell you, man, I was like a battered wife in a bad relationship with an abusive husband with this first house. I made excuses for it all the way until I saw the pictures from the home inspector. And then I just couldn't stand behind it anymore. You know what I mean? I was going through anything and trying to come up with any kind of solution to salvage this contract. You know what I mean? Well, you know, I could take out a home equity loan, maybe a FHA. What is it? A 201k? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I can get him to drop the price $20,000. I can use the $20,000 for cash to fix all. Dude, I was looking for any which way, man. I was delusional, because that's how bad I need to get out of this house, because this mold is fucking killing me, guys. I got headaches all the time. I'm coughing. When you guys were thinking that it was the vape, it's not. It's me breathing in all this mold. You know? It's all the drafts and the dust and everything for living in a 110-year-old house. So I got some of yous out there that are like talking about the homeowners association of this condominium complex that I could be moving into. That it's not guaranteed, people. I submitted an offer. Those people could tell me to go fuck myself, and then I'm back to square one. But let me tell you, the homeowners fees, they don't go up and down unless something catastrophic happens. Then, of course, you're probably going to have to, it's probably going to go up. But it's a $16 a month or $192 a year, however you want to pay it. I think I could pay $16 a month for some homeowners fees. I hear you, Hellcat. I hear you. Unfortunately, the fact that I purchased a car that completely fucking fell apart on me I have no choice. You know what I mean? Shit happens. Just like these Wessie sissies that are on here begging for my attention. And all I do is I just push the button and they're gone again. Then they come back again. They're gone again. You know what I mean? These things happen, people. Well, it really depends, Tom Macy. Really depends. Because if I sign a contract and they tell me it's going to be $192 a year and then I find out later it's more, it's a breach of contract. They have to give me all my money. Seamus Donahue, that's good, man. It's real good. Oh, I know all about the hidden fees. Believe me. Brown Plaka, I looked at that option. I looked at getting a house. Out here in Oklahoma, they got a lot of manufactured homes that sit on like 10, 20, 30 acres of land. They got their own wells. They run on propane. The only problem is, and a lot of people that work with me shake their head and tell me like, oh, I don't get it. It's the same internet. No, it's not. The kind of internet that they have out in these rural areas here in Oklahoma, let me just give you one name and you guys tell me what you think of it. HughesNet. HughesNet is one of the, or Net Zero or something like that. These are the two internet service providers that are on all the rural areas. They haven't gone to AT&T fiber optics yet. They're about maybe 5-10 years down the road from that. They don't have Cox cable internet. It's DSL, broadband, fucking HughesNet, satellite internet, all that stuff. Guess what? If you guys thought the lives were bad prior to me getting Cox cable when I was on AT&T broadband, these videos would be all broken up. Like you'd be waiting like days to see a video from me. I drop a 10-minute video. It'd take 5 days to upload. What's up, Cisco? It would take 5 days to upload a video off of HughesNet. John McHugh, I have Cox right now, and it's the best internet I've had in a very long time, man. I get like 950 megabits per second. I drop a 20-minute video, it's boom, it's on YouTube in about 2 hours. Seamus Donahue, the carpet matched the drapes. What do you mean in the new place that I'm looking at? I got to tell you guys, look, there's 3 places right now that I'm looking at. One of them is a condominium. And I'm going to tell you the only reason why I even threw the condominium in the running is because of all the reviews that this particular place has. You know, and not only that, but the people that live there and other research that I've done, talking to other people and stuff, that it's no, you're good, John McHugh. It's not, I mean, I don't own Cox Cable, I just use their service. But look at it. I'm on Cox Cable, I'm on Wi-Fi right now. My modem is still in the office, sitting in a box with some plastic over it in case the roof collapsed, but it's the only power outlet. I got an outlet out here that that powers my cat's filtered water bowl, and the other one I have this internet plugged into. As you can see, like some of these other lights and stuff won't work if I got too many things plugged in. Half, you wrote off subject. Do you think Trump might pull off a win? No, I don't. It's like I said in my video, man. You know, like I said, I got a lot of people on here that are Trump supporters. I got people on here that are Biden supporters. A lot of people always try to say that I'm a Trump supporter, and yet if I was full blown like MAGA, Make America Great, I'd just tell you, I wouldn't care what people thought of me. What I'm saying is that all of these people that I'm talking about, you know, you can't beat the government. You can't beat the celebrity elite power structure and all their fist fucking weirdos. You just can't beat them. I don't care who you are. Because what they're going to do is they're going to turn you into a monster, a dictator, a fucking cannibal, all these things. And you're out of there. The media and all of this stuff is who decides who runs the country. And they've proven just how powerful they are with this election. I don't care how many people voted for who or who. It doesn't matter if they voted dead people, if people voted twice and all that stuff like that. None of that stuff matters. The only thing that should convince all of you should convince all of you is how powerful they are and how dangerous they are. You know what I mean? Whether Biden won or not, he's probably going to get sworn in. And if him and Kamala are in the hot seat, guess what? If you supported that government because you thought Trump was such a horrible person, but you had a job the whole time Trump was in there, and now all of a sudden you don't have your job because some dude fucking named Fang Fong Shu in freaking China has your job now, then you have only yourself to blame for being fooled by the media. The only thing that I try to do on here, people, is I try to basically give you my perspective on all of this shit. I give you my perspective, okay? People were telling me after I did that election circus, telling me, what do you mean Donald Trump's never done anything to you? He's racist. He's all this. He's probably never done anything to you because you're white. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to ask each and every person that is watching this video to make me a list of 5 things that Trump has personally done to destroy your life. You know what I mean? I want to hear how he dropped mustard gas on your family in your home when you were watching Jeopardy one night. I want to hear how he kicked open your door with his Gestapo and snatched up 2 of your kids and put them in a concentration camp. I want to hear how he made you lose your job. I want to hear how he fucked your wife, maybe, or fucked your husband. Who knows? Just depends on how he gets down. I want to hear those kind of things. I don't want to hear, well, he says horrible stuff. You know what? Somebody who says some shit doesn't necessarily mean that it's that it hurts you unless you let it hurt you. So Ryan Taylor, Trump fucked my dog to death. Trump fucked my job to death. What kind of a job did you work in? And you probably have a legitimate complaint, you know? Me personally, I can't take a single inventory of not one thing that Trump has personally done to hurt my life. You know? He hasn't done anything really to better my life, but he hasn't done anything to hurt my life either. But let me tell you something. Joe Biden has done quite a bit of shit damage to my life and my family's life. That's what I could tell you right here and now. Yeah, Born Supreme. This complex is, let's see, 292. This complex is a little older, but you know, it's just, there's nothing hidden, man. There's no like deception. I mean, yeah, homeowners associations are bad in some places, but they're not all bad. I mean, what would look? I'm open to suggestions, though. Okay, I'm open to suggestions. For those of you who's on here that are telling me that I shouldn't get into a condominium complex because the homeowners association, you tell me what I should do at this point. Because if there's no houses on the market, there's no houses on the market. And I'm tired of having this fucking cough. I mean, I can't even bring my stuff back into this house ever again, because if one person that run around this neighborhood sees me bring all my stuff back in here, or all the stuff that I had replaced from my warranty that got ruined, and I'm at work for about 10 hours, I'm going to come home to nothing. It's going to be gone. Well, I know the homeowners' fees will never decrease. Texas made 1979. The only point that I'm trying to make regarding Biden is I'm trying to make people aware that I cannot get behind. It has nothing to do with Trump. Let me just be clear about this. Texas made, it has nothing to do with Trump. It's a personal thing that I have with Biden because of what he did to my father, my uncles, grandfather, all of them. He ruined their industry. He destroyed it. He sold it off to China and everybody else that ain't even a part of this country. Not only that, he wrote the fucking crime bill. And he likes to sniff kids. People are telling me, oh, he's worse than Trump. Well, what has Trump done to you? That's all I ask people. What has Trump personally done to ruin your life? Personally. Personally, what has he done? And don't tell me he says mean stuff. You know what? If you can't handle the way people talk, I pray to God you never go to prison. People say mean stuff in prison all the time. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to give a fuck about your feelings. And let me tell you this. The more you complain about people talking shit to you in prison, the more they're going to do it and laugh in your face when they're doing it. So it's best just to roll with the punches. I don't understand why people get so wrapped up in what somebody says. And then people always go to me, well, he's got the kids in cages. He's got the kids in, are those your kids in cages? Because we don't know the whole story. I know Obama put kids in cages just the same. So did Ronald Reagan. So did fucking Bush. So did Bill Clinton. What makes Trump doing it any worse? And Obama built them. But here's the thing. Let me ask you guys this. For those of you that hate Trump so much because you feel that his mean words like are ruining your life, let me tell you this, okay? Hold on, let me get rid of this sassy savvy and his skinny pants real quick. All right. Let me tell you this. Barack Obama, when he was in the White House, effectively executed over 500 and something different drone strikes. Most of them killed children, women, innocent people. Obama did that. So when I ask somebody like, okay, how many drone strikes has Trump done? How many endless wars has Trump put us in? These are the things that I try to ask people. Not that I'm a fan of Trump or anything like that. Personally, I don't care. I don't invest that much time in the president because he's not even half of the he's not even half of the government. He's only one fraction of the government. Salvador Padlan, Trump deported you or Obama deported you? But Salvador Padlan, let me ask you this. Do you think that Obama would have deported you? Because I guarantee you, you would have gotten deported under Obama as well. I've seen a lot of people get deported under him. Lucy, thank you for the $4.99. How about Brittany leaving her husband after a week and going back to Savage? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that, nor do I care, to be perfectly honest with you. That's pretty crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, you guys, I ain't heard nothing about that. Chili contest winner, that probably is Trump's fault that Brittany went back to Savage. And to think that I actually reached out to her and sent her a message saying, you know what? Probably the best thing you could have ever done was getting out of that train wreck situation that you were in. If you ever go back, you're a straight fucking fool. And I guess I was right. She's a straight fucking fool. But you know what? Hey, that's the optics for you. You know? That's what the optics are. Robert Seymour, how hard was it to get my loan? Wasn't that hard. I just was patient and I didn't blow through all my credit. I got me a couple of credit starter and credit builder credit cards and used a little bit, paid them off, used a little bit of them, paid them off. Yeah. And good luck in court, Nesbitt. I don't know what you're going for, but good luck nonetheless. I think I read you earlier. You wrote something about going to court. Hard life, Tony. Yeah, I might need to rent for a little while longer, maybe. But I'm sorry, guys. I can't put myself in an apartment complex surrounded by people I don't know what the fuck they're up to. Like I said, when I went to this condominium complex, man, I took a look. People talk about homeowners fees. When you live in apartments, man, you pay all kinds of fees. You pay all kinds of fees as ordered by the management of that place, just like the homeowners association. Then if you move into a house, you move into a rent house, you don't know how many problems it has. And you'll literally have to read all the fine print. And good luck finding a landlord willing to write something in there saying that simple little fixes is the responsibility of the tenant. It has nothing to do with me. So if your toilet breaks, you know what I mean? Renter insurance. Ryan Taylor, you know what? I tried to get renter insurance on my property in this place. Nobody would give it to me because of the high crime area that I live in. But hey, give me a minute, guys. I'll be right back. All right. What did I miss? What did I miss? All right. Ryan Taylor, thank you for the $1. Appreciate that. Oregon decriminalized their drugs. I'm doing a video about that tomorrow. Stay tuned, guys. You guys are going to want to hear that one. Yeah, John McHugh, I went through all the I even tried my insurance that my car is on, and they ain't trying to insure anything in this area at all. And they have that right, man. You know? Vandalize, that's good. Don't worry about it, Nesbit. You'll be all right. So we got another sassy savvy on here. I just flushed him. These sassy savvies and these Wessy sissies are like, man, you got to give it to them. You got to give it to them, man. They don't give up. They give up on trying to get a job. They give up on moving out of their parents' house. They give up on living off of that low self-esteem woman they met off Plenty of Fish. They give up on they don't, they don't give up on any doing anything constructive, or they give up on all that shit, but they don't give up on coming onto this channel, do they? It's funny. It's really entertaining. Because all I got to do is just go whoosh, flush them right down the toilet. You got to try this right here. It's called Four Roses. Here's to my Wessy sissy, sassy savvies, and all the rest of these weenies that wouldn't knock at my door and for anything. Here's to you. Oh, that Kentucky bourbon leaves quite a burn. All right. All right, Nesbitt, congratulations, 9 years sober. I'm getting ready to redo my book, An Imprisoned Mind. I'm going to redo the whole thing. And I'm going to talk about, drinking in moderation, smoking weed, whatever it is that you may be doing. If you call yourself an addict and you say that you're powerless or that you have no control over it, then chances are you're the kind of person that should never get high ever again. Oh, no, soy tu padre. I don't have nothing against Plenty of Fish. I don't have nothing against it, bro. You know what I mean? I just, look it. I went on Plenty of Fish once upon a time when I first got out. Let me tell you what I saw, okay? A lot of people look at the pictures and then they move on or they send her a message, but they don't really read what the woman's saying. I'm different because I have this mindset that women should be listened to a lot more than they are in a lot of different ways. So I like to read things that women write because I like to understand women a lot more. And I got to tell you that what I was seeing on that Plenty of Fish was a lot of women on there going, no, I don't want to talk to you if you're in prison. No, I don't want to let you move into my house because you're down on your luck. No, if you're just getting out of prison, you need somewhere to crash. Don't depend on me. No. And I was seeing that all the time. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, what's going on? What are these women talking about? You know what I mean? So I started messaging some of them saying, what do you mean by all that? Like, people from prison really ask you if they can live at your house? Shane Markwell, thank you for the $5, man. Sorry I haven't, like I said, I haven't responded to any of your messages. Dude, I just barely got internet back. And my phone, man, I was straight out of data. And most of the time when I sent a message to somebody, I didn't get a response from them for hours. But yeah, I'm going to catch up with everything right now that I got this internet back. So yeah. Oh, no, I know what you're saying, Soy. I get you, bro. I get you. What I'm saying is there's a lot of dudes that try to plug into these women just so they can use them. That I'm not cool with. If you want to meet some broad on Plenty of Fish, you guys want to have some, you guys want to, get your freak on and do all that stuff like that, maybe start a relationship, great. But if you're not in a position to financially support yourself, then you're definitely not in a position to emotionally support your other half. So if you're looking to get on Plenty of Fish to think that you're going to find some woman to save you from your shitty situation, you're doing about things all bass backwards. And all that's going to do is just end you with a lot of problems, a lot of headaches that you don't want. So I try to stress that, a lot of people always tell me they think it's weird that I'm not dating nobody and stuff like that. What's so weird about it? What am I going to do? Tell my love interest to come over to my house and breathe in this fucking black mold with me? Come on over here, baby. I got some mold growing off the side of my wall I want you to see. Or tell that lovely lady that when she wants to use my bathroom, hey, baby, when you go to reach for the toilet paper, brace yourself because that toilet rocks. Because the floor and the flange and everything is all busted out because the floor is sinking. Or when my cat has just found another mouse that she pulled out from behind the stove and she's flinging it all over the living room. And this woman just screams in utter horror. I just say, hey, don't worry. That's, saves me money on cat toys because she'll just go find her own behind the refrigerator. You know what I mean? Why would I want to put a woman in that situation? I know grown ass men that wouldn't be able to handle the shit that I'm going through right now. I know grown men that couldn't handle 5 minutes of what this shit is that I'm living with. The kind of people that are around me all the time. I got a house that's sinking. My office is leaking. Every time it rains, I already know to shut that office door because my whole house is going to smell like raw sewage. Yeah, real talk, real deal. Because let me tell you something. When my plumbing was backed up several times, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before, but for some of you plumbers out there, you'll know. There's this pipe that's up on the roof, okay? And you go down into that pipe, and that's how you unclog the drain. Well, there was actually shit shooting up onto my roof. There's all kinds of shit up there, man. I wish I can go up there and take you a picture. You know what I mean? Nah, Daniel McMaster, I'm not selling myself out, bro. I'm telling you that there are a lot of people that wouldn't be able to last 5 minutes going through what I'm going through. I'm just saying. Oh, Pancho Pantera. I know all about the Foxfire. Yeah, I know about that Foxfire. I've been there. I've been there back when I was a young man. Can't go there now because I wouldn't be interested in any of those cougars that are in there. But back in the day, I used to go in there when I was a kid. Thank you for that $4.99, by the way. Ryan Taylor, thank you for that $1. I bet they closed it down. Minority Report, you're definitely right. Shit on a shingle. So now imagine when the rain beats down on that shit and it starts to seep down into that crack that's in the roof and then it starts dripping into my office. Sure, you could do the math. Yep, it's a backup pipe. You're right, brother. I'll take a picture of it one day and I'll show you guys. Abel Saldana, the house that I made the offer on, it didn't pass the home inspection. So now I'm moving on. I got a couple other houses I'm looking at. Chili contest winner, JD got a Fifi. Well, guess what? When I'm done with the Fifi ain't going to wake me up in the middle of the night and ask me, what's that smell? So I'll tell the Fifi, just go back to bed, baby. It's just the mold that's fucking growing just the mold that's settling into the house on the other side. Like I said, man, when I get into my new place and all that stuff like that, maybe I'll put myself on the market. Maybe I'll get out there. Maybe I'll, well, I don't know what it is. But right now I'm focused on one thing and one thing only. And that is getting out of this place. Simple as that. My dick's not going to fall off next week, everybody. So, I'm pretty sure I can date next year. You know what I mean? Or something. Matt CC. I've learned a lot of skills in my life in prison and out of prison. I could pretty much do everything in a house, but I don't have the time for all that. Shit, I mean, I don't know how many times many of you will send me messages on Facebook or on Instagram, and you may think that I'm ignoring you. You may think that I don't give a shit about what you're telling me in the messages. But you guys should really know, man, that I fucking got a lot of stuff going on right now. A lot of shit. I got my family that want me to go out there for Thanksgiving, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do that. I got a very big announcement coming in 10 days, though. You guys are going to love this. 10 days. If you remember, I told you 30. Well, 20 of those days went by, and we're looking at 10 more days now. I got a big announcement to make to you guys. Big announcement. Well, you're going to hear it, Nesbit. You guys going to hear it, man. You're going to be happy. You're going to be happy when I'm telling you what I'm telling you. None of you would ever in a million years guess what it is. I've had so many people try to guess, and I keep telling them, no, you're not even close. Oh, Rita Alvarez, well, I really appreciate you choosing me to help you ease your mind. And I try to help as any way I can. I know I talk a lot of shit. I make a lot of people mad. I call the bullshit out on these phony ass people because somebody's got to call the bullshit. I mean, geez, man. Everybody sits around and sniffs these people's asses that are in high positions, and they know that these people are garbage, but they don't have any balls to say anything about it. I got the balls, okay? I'm like the Apostle Paul, man. I'll throw myself into that fucking Coliseum for the greater good. I don't care, People are always telling you it's hurting your channel. That's why you got trolls. That's why you got people making videos talking about your abuse as a kid, saying that you're a liar and all that stuff because of what you said about Wes. You're right. You're right. That's why they're all doing that. I don't care. What are they going to do? Ain't none of these motherfuckers going to knock at my door. Not a near one of them are going to knock at my door. Somebody supposedly came over here several months ago, if you remember me saying. They didn't stick around and wait for me to show up, so they must not have wanted me that bad. But I got to tell you, all these people that like to talk shit, knock at my door. That's all I'm saying. You know how to find me. There's been several people that have found me already. Knock at the door. We'll see how much of a fat, double chin, man boobs pussy I am. We'll see. I may even beat you into the ground and straight pee on you. I don't know. Just for dramatic effect. You never know. I got a trademark, man, when I've knocked people out. I'll let you get up and I'll give you a swift kick right in your ass, right as you're getting up. That's my trademark right there. Oh, I know I'm not fat. As a matter of fact, I weighed myself, what was it? Yesterday, I weigh 186 pounds right now because I only eat one meal a day. Because fast food, man, you can't live off fast food 3 times a day. You can't live off fast food 3 times a day. You just can't do it. You can't. That's like diabetes and heart disease just waiting to fucking happen. Yep. But that's real deal right there. That's my trademark. If I've ever knocked somebody down or whatever, they try to get up, man, I'm swift kick them right fucking square in the ass. Bam! Fucking boot right in their ass. I've done it several times in my life. Can't do it all the time because, I haven't won every single fight. I've lost some fights. I've lost some. We all lose fights. At least I'm honest enough to admit it, though, right? You know what I'm saying? That's just real petty. What's petty? Kicking him in the ass? Pancho, I've lost all fights. Oh, hold on. I just got a message from my realtor now as we spoke. Let's see. Okay, she just sent me my withdrawal letter. There it is. I probably need bifocals. This is why I got to take off my glasses to read this stuff. You know what I mean? Release of contract and disbursement of earnest money in consideration of the mutual release of all parties, contract of sale, release, real estate between the undersigned seller and undersigned buyer relating to the estate described therein, identified as blank, 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 blank. I'm not going to tell you the address. The undersigned seller, buyer, listing, and seller. Yep. Pulling out this bad boy. Remember, everybody. Remember this. If you don't remember anything else that I ever tell you, if you're looking to get into buying a home, always make sure you don't waive any contingencies. Too many people do that. When you drop that earnest money, that earnest deposit, that good faith fee, I dropped $1,000 on mine. I've heard of some people dropping $4,000 or $5,000. You find some shit wrong with that house and you back out, or you back out for whatever reason, you lose that money. It's gone. You ain't getting it back. Always have contingencies. You're looking to see if there's lead paint. You're looking to see if there's asbestos. You're looking to see if there's mold, if this fucking house is sinking, if there's ghosts, if somebody's been murdered in there 63 times at 63 different years, 63 different families that lived in there. It was the birthplace of John Wayne Gacy. Who knows? It was a meth lab at one point in the backyard. Who knows? Any of those things. You have to protect yourself and your money and your investment, or you'll lose it. It's as simple as that. If you don't hear anything else that I tell you ever, just listen to that at least. And also, if you're buying a new car, make sure the fucking registration is covered when you first purchase the car. Don't drive around with a paper tag for 30 days thinking it's going to be $25 because it's not. Depending on what state you're in, it's going to be a percentage of the selling of the cost of the vehicle itself. So if you bought a $50,000 vehicle, I don't know what, let's say 5%. I'm not a mathematician, guys. I'm a writer. So let me do the math, okay? You're going to pay $2,500 to register your vehicle. If you don't have that $2,500, you better not drive your car. And if you choose to continue to drive that car and you get pulled over by Corporal Dickhead of the fucking Bash and Balls Police Department, they're going to load that shit up on a flatbed. They're going to drive it right back to the dealership, and you're fucked. Now you have a repossession. Good luck ever getting a car within 7 years after that happens. James Cairns, one of the properties that I am looking at does have a homeowners association, but it's pretty fair compared to other homeowners associations that I've seen in the past. Who would have ever thought, right? Would any of you guys ever thought in a million years that Big JD from Prison Break Raw is actually a lot smarter than people give him credit for? I mean, there's a method and a reason for everything that I do. Everything that I do, there's a reason for it, you know? Well, these Friday night lives sure to bring out some strange ones home. Oh, let me see what she says. All right. What's up, gay boy gangster? I just seen that handle right now. These comments are going so fast, man. I can't read all these things. My mind moves slow, everybody. In some things, in other ways, it moves fast. Trusty SFV. What's cracking, my boy? Maria was cracking. What's up with you? Long time no hear from. Jerry, what's going on? Fucking Levas. Yes, indeed. Ray, go Raiders. You got it. Got to just keep winning, man. No matter how we get them, we got to keep getting them. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. You know, come a long way. Come a long way. Lisa got that thumbs up. Don't forget to smash out them thumbs, peeps. And keep moving. And keep moving forward. Chilling like a villain. I'm chilling like I ain't no illin no more. But hey, everybody, it has been a long work week for your boy. I have effectively worked well over 60 hours this week. I haven't slept that much, but I am going to crash right now. I'm going to bed. I was going to try to stay on here for about 2 hours, but I'm literally like, my eyes are getting blurry. I'll start slurring my words. You guys are going to think I'm high or anything. Look, I ain't high on nothing. Just tired. Completely tired. Oh, Rita, don't worry about them. People hate, people hate. People love, people hate. People love to hate. You know, the main thing is I just want everybody to have a tough skin and to react to an action that is directly affecting you and have a less response to somebody's words that really have no effect upon you unless you choose to let them people's words have effect upon you. You see what I do with them when they come on here, I just flush them down the toilet. And believe me, people talk all kinds of nasty things about my mother, about me, about all kinds of stuff, about my experiences as a child. You guys have heard it. I just flush them down the toilet. That's what everybody else should do. Unless somebody like physically harms you or your family or takes something from you, their words really don't have no power over you unless you give them power. Words of power are only as powerful as the magician that wills them into existence. As simple as that. Maria, thank you very much. Hit me up on let me know how you're doing these days. Get at me on Facebook or on Instagram. I don't know if you still have me on there or not. If not so, add me up. Gina, you have a good night. Love you too. Lisa Patriot, you have a sleep like a zombie. I sure as hell will. John McHugh, the gutless leading the clueless. Nesbitt, Born Supreme. Cheryl, good night. Stephanie, good night. I sent you a message the other day, Stephanie. I hope you got it and understood. I simply fell asleep. I'm sorry. Soy tu padre. My boy, John McHugh, my man. Matt CC, the people who mind don't matter, and the people who matter won't mind. That's right. Dr. Seuss said that shit. You guys are great. I love you guys. PBR car. You guys stay strong. Keep pushing on. You already know what it is. You already know you're going to hear it right here. You already know that we're going to be grounded in the middle, and we are going to try to make sense of all of this stuff that we are going through in our lives, and we are always going to lead us out of the darkness and into the light through our trials and tribulations. As you know, I've been going through quite a bit, but I'm still here. I don't have a needle jammed into my neck, and I'm not driving down the street on a sick one waiting to rob another bank. Guess what? I'm winning, everybody, and so are you. Keep choosing this channel. We will be back again, and I will be dropping another video tomorrow. Until that time, I'm out. Love you guys to death, man.